Hello there. Welcome to your monthly virtual class with Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm thankful that you're here this evening. Let me know that when you jump on. I see there's a few of you here. Let's see. Hi Taryn, hi Nancy, hi everybody that's jumping on. Welcome, welcome. So we have another month, October, can you believe it? And I normally would come to you the first week of the month, but last week got a little crazy, technical difficulties, all kinds of things. But anyway, so I believe that we are going to start. I'm going to change my schedule up a little bit, I guess is what I'm going to say. It's going to be the second Monday of every month that I'll bring you a virtual class. And so I may start changing it to be more of a one theme instead of variety. I don't know. You guys let me know what your thoughts are and what you would like, because these kits are for you and whenever you purchase from me. And again, you can get these kits for free if you purchase $30 in product, or if you go up to $50, then you're going to get a free embellishment in addition to those kits. Bunch of cards, all the layers backwards. Oh, Linda just shared about sometimes that happens. Hi Pam, thank you for sharing. Hi Diana. So gosh, I know I hate when things like that happen. So just hopefully you can figure out a way to fix those mistakes, right? There's no mistakes in stamping. That's what we always say. So if you're joining me just now, thank you so much. We're going to spend about an hour together. I'm going to share these projects with you. And again, these projects are yours free when you purchase with me and using the host code that you see right here. And make sure that you use that when you go online and order. Or if you want me to place the order for you, I'm happy to do that. You just need to let me know. If you're catching this as a replay by searching YouTube, or you subscribe, I hope you subscribe. Make sure that you click that bell if you subscribe so that you can get the notices. Matter of fact, I'm still working on, we're almost a few more weeks of our 12 weeks of fall on the YouTube channel, and then we're going to start doing some Christmas cards. I'm actually going to start throwing some Christmas cards your way already. So hi Sue, thanks for stopping in tonight. All right, thank you for sharing. That's such a blessing to me when you guys share, because it helps with getting everybody maybe in their feed that they might not have seen me otherwise. So I sure do appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you down and tell you about a couple things. Let's see here. And you can still see me. I'm still here, okay? So it's just not as big in the little corner. I had shared this. This is on my website, my calendar. But I have an upcoming event, and this is going to be a one-day kind of, some people call it a stamp camp, a craft day, a retreat, whatever you want to call it. It's just a fabulous day of stamping and doing some fun things. Now, I do not have the to-go on this document here because I haven't finalized all the stamp sets that we're going to use. But if you are interested in a to-go option, you just need to let me know, and I'll be working on that this week. But for now, Holiday Happiness Craft Day, let me bring this up closer so you can see it a little bit better. But basically everything is right on my website. Go there, you'll be able to see everything. I think that was supposed to be event page, not shop now. But anyway, you get this, it's on the website there. But I do need an RSVP by the 23rd of August, or October. And that's because I've got to get everything ordered and prepped and ready for that day. But it's $45. You get a cute goodie bag, $30 in product with all of your kits and more. Projects, lunch, treats, table gifts, and of course I'm going to have giveaways through the day. November is a special month I have my birthday, and it is my Stampin' Up! Anniversary. So there'll be a lot of things happening, so make sure you catch me on those Thursday lives also. Anyway, wanted to share that. Nancy has something for me tomorrow. Okay, I'll look forward to that, Linda. I will look forward to that. All right, so let's get started in our stamping. So I'm going to start with a pretty simple card. That's what I try to do, is start out with the simple, go a little bit further. If you are a beginner stamper, you can do all of these projects. If you are a casual stamper, you can do all of them. And if you're an advanced, absolutely, you can do all of them. I try not to get too overwhelmed with the whole project deal. But here is the first card we're going to make. I'm going to share it with you first. This is the first card we're going to make. Okay, this is like a special fun fold. And so let me get all my goodies here. So when you get your kits, they're going to be in cello bags, and you will have a tutorial page with it. You'll also come back to this video and really do learn. I mean, you can stamp right along with the video here. So anyway, here's all the pieces with your envelopes, and I do provide the envelopes for you also. Let's see, we are going to be using Early Espresso is the ink. I moved my camera so I'm a little closer to me instead of way out there. So I'm trying to get used to that, making sure I'm staying in the view for you guys. Now, I've got two stamp sets here. And depending on what you have. Now, this one, this saying here, I believe is from Peaceful Moments, and it's a nice variety stamp set. I did not bring that over here. But I have come to love this stamp set right here, Inspired Thoughts. There are all occasions in this stamp set. I know I've used it before, but I will use it a lot. So it's a stamp set that we would, you just have all kinds of sayings. So we're going to use that one tonight. And then, of course, the Beauty of Tomorrow, which coordinates with that gorgeous paper right here that we're going to use. This is the opposite side of this one here. Actually, I have the Beauty of Tomorrow. You can find that in the mini catalog, and it's right here. All kinds of ideas, all kinds of product, showing you the dies and the stamp set. Beautiful gold vellum, shimmer vellum actually. The ephemera packet here that is coordinates with this, that is on a back order for a while, so it's not in yet. I do believe this ribbon is on back order too. However, I like the other ribbon that I'm going to show you better than this one with this kit, with this whole suite. But anyway, it's on page 44 and 45 of the mini catalog. Okay? All right, so those are the two stamp sets. So let's go ahead and open up our Early Espresso. And I have used two punches here. Oh, gracious. I need my punches labeled is what I need. So, because I don't have them all memorized. But I'm going to turn quickly to the punch page in the catalog. And so the punches that I'm going to be using is the lovely Label Me Lovely, and right below it, the Label Me Fancy. Those are the two punches I'm using. And I've already punched out Early Espresso and just the basic white. What are my measurements here? This is just one solid piece of cinnamon cider, which coordinates with the beautiful paper, the whole package of paper. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this flap piece that we're going to be using, the fold piece, is actually 11 by 3 1/4. Sorry, I'm getting out of the view here a little bit. 3 1/4, and that's folded in half. And then you have 2 3/4 by 5, and then you have designer paper. This is for the inside. The white is for the inside. And then we have 5 1/2 by 3. Okay, and of course scraps for these two pieces to punch out. This is a super simple card. I need to find my ribbon here. Here it is. This is the gold ribbon that we're going to use. Now this one is called gold, just gold shimmer ribbon. It's called gold shimmer ribbon. Okay. This is the one we are using. Get that ready here. So this is going to go on the inside of the card, and I have chosen this image out of, now you don't have to, if you don't have this stamp set, choose whatever you have. This coordinates with the designer paper. So I'm going to grab a scrap paper here, and I'm going to ink up this, just tapping it into the ink, making sure that it's inked up. I'm going to stamp it off because I really don't want it that dark on my white. And so I'm just going to come right here and stamp that down, just like that. It's still pretty dark. And then let's see, let's go like this, and I'm just going to come down here and off the page, and I'm going to huff on the ink to give me a little more ink. And then I've got this beautiful corner piece that we can, I'm going to take a little bit of dark and bring it down here to cover that up. There we go. That's going to be the inside of the card. So we'll take that and grab my stamp and seal. Hey, thanks for joining, everybody. I see more of you have jumped on. And just let me know where you're from if this is the first time that you are watching me for the virtual class. This is just going to go right here on the inside, you guys, just like this, because this is where you can put your, you know, write your name or your little message, put a post-it note with your message, however you want to do that. Okay. Now the super easy, another easy part is that you're just going to take this, and this is going to get mounted right onto the base right here, and it's just going to come right up to the top, and I've centered it, and it's going to match right to the bottom. Okay, just like that. And then there, our card opens like that. Now we're going to do a few things before we go ahead and well, I know I don't need to do that. I was looking at thinking I had to put ribbon around here, but no, we're not going to do it that way. All right, so this, and it's 5.5, so it's going to go right to the top, leaving a little bit on each side, and then right to the bottom. Now, if you have a little, if it's cut just a little extra, just make sure that you're flush at the bottom, and then have it over the top a little bit, and then you can trim that off. I put that down first, and there we go. All right, so when I turn that over, you can't see that here, so I don't think it's really going to matter if you're just a sliver, and that's probably a 1/16 of an inch, not an 1/8 of an inch even. Hi Marcia, hi Donna. I see you guys just jumping on. Thanks for joining. All right, so there is your base card. Pretty easy, stamped on the inside. Now let's stamp on the white that I've already pre-punched, and this will be pre-punched for you in your kit. And I am going to use Sending Healing Thoughts Your Way, okay? Now, there's a sympathy in this stamp set. There's a hello. You make a difference. Thinking of you on your special day. Lots of different things. And then things you can put on the inside also for inspired thoughts. So, Sending Healing Thoughts. I'm going to get my head down here a little bit because it's right the full length of my tag, and hopefully, oh, look at that. Can you see those mistakes? I don't know if you can see them or not. They're I kind of wavered or something and got it crazy. So guess what? There's two sides. So we're going to be turning that baby over, and we're going to stamp that down and straight up, and it's wet, so it's stuck. There we go. Much better. Okay. So we're done with the stamping, so I'm going to close this up. All right. So, let's see, this is going to go flat onto this piece, but first we're going to put some of the ribbon behind here, and I always do it in this like Z fold, I guess, and so let me grab my ribbon scissors here, and again, one of the new things that I have in my stamper kit is just some basic tape. If you want to go ahead and put some adhesive down just so you can get this oh, what do I want to hold it for you, I guess. Go ahead and put some of the adhesive down, but you're going to start on one side and there, okay, and then you're going to make a loop so that comes down a little bit, and then you're just going to lay it down again, make a loop up here, and then come down here, coming off the edge again. So hopefully my fingers are kind of in the way, but I want to show you this. See how it kind of makes that Z? Now, if you don't want it to go, you can make it go more sideways if you wanted to, but this is going to get, whoops, this way. It's going to go right on there like that. So, let me go ahead and trim this at a little bit of an angle. Let me trim this one so it looks a little better. There we go. But yeah, I like this little Z kind of thing that you do. That's kind of what it's called. Most people call it that. Basically, just get your ribbon around the behind there so it looks nice. All right, and then let's put this pin back in here so it's not unraveling everywhere. All right, let's put this down. I am going to still go ahead and take some tape to make sure it doesn't come off here. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's put that on here and use my Stampin' Seal on these edges here, and then I'm actually going to be able to put some on that tape that I stuck on there. And that goes just like this. Very good. That looks nice. Now let's use some dimensionals to pop this up. You know, dimensionals are one of those staples that you need in your basic stamping kit too. Let's do this. One on each side, so 4 of those. Pretty card, thank you. This one is a pretty easy one and a layout that I have done several times. Okay, so front of the card, this is going to make sure that you don't put your, I probably should have moved this over a little bit. I'm going to move this one here, see if I can peel it off here and move it over. Oh, yay, it's not too bad. I'm going to move it over a little bit because this will come off the side just a tad over here. And that can either go down here, you can put it up here. I don't want to cover that cool piece up, so I think I'm going to stick with it coming down here on this edge and put that down straight. Bring that up so you can see it a little better. Okay, there's that. And the inside, but let's go ahead and add some opal rounds. I'm almost done with these opal rounds. Can you believe it? Always such fun stuff. All right, let's just grab off a couple of these and let's go ahead and put some up here. And oh, I'm falling off the edge there. Let's go ahead and where should we put this one? Let's put this one over here. And then one more. Always work in odd numbers. That's what they kind of tell us. So should we go here? Let's go. No, I don't want that there. I think I want it kind of over here. It doesn't add a ton of sparkle to it because this gold paper in here really makes it beautiful along with this shimmer ribbon. Can you see the shimmer in that ribbon? It's gorgeous ribbon, you guys. Hey, thanks, Nita. I appreciate that. So there's your first card. That was pretty fast and easy, right? So a lot of times I will design these cards so that if you don't have the stamp set that I'm using tonight, you can always get that towards your $30 to get them free, or use what you have, and then you still get the kits when you buy something else, you know, whatever you choose to purchase. So there is that one. So let me move these things out of the way, and we'll go on to our next card. Move those here. Goodness gracious. I am forgetting what I'm doing here. All right. I got to move it over here out of the way. Ta-da. All right. So, the next card we're going to do is I told you I was going to sneak some Christmas cards in here. So this one, you can use it as a Christmas card, or you can flip over the paper and you can make it into something else, a masculine card actually. I'm going to have to catch you on a replay outside with the kids. Okay, well, have fun, Taryn, and I will see you soon. See you tomorrow at the team meeting. All right, so, whoops, all my pieces are falling apart. So we're going to use this stamp set, and I have used it on a couple different things, and I really do like it. Not the stamp set, it's the paper, the holiday paper, but we're going to use this Heartfelt Wishes. Again, this is really a different type of font, and we don't have anything else really like this in the catalog, but you've got some different sayings in here, and we're going to use that stamp set. And then, let me get all my parts and pieces here. So let's go ahead. This is the fun peppermint paper. I don't think I looked it up in my catalog. Let's just take a quick look. I may have. Nope, I sure didn't. But basically, it's in the back of the catalog here, and it is with a super cute suite. Where are you? Page 9. This is like peppermints, kisses, and all the fun stuff. So there are some of the samples, and that's on page 8 and 9. Now I did not get the stamp set or the dies to go with this paper, but I love this paper because it's awesome with these this card kit right here. This is cards and envelopes that you can purchase in a whole packet for 20 card bases and envelopes, and they're $10. But we are going to use this cute, fun ribbon and the paper for this next project. One of the colors on the designer papers, anytime that you get designer papers, you look on the back and you will see what colors coordinate with the paper. And so Old Olive and Real Red, Old Olive stripe on this side, and then the peppermint fun stuff on this side. And let's do some measurements. You will have 5.5 by 8.5 in the thick white. You will have a piece of Old Olive that is 4 by 5.25. You will have a piece of white that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then you're going to have, oops, I lost a piece of green here. Old Olive, let me see, where did it go? You know, figures. Oh, here it is. So here's a tiny piece of Old Olive we're going to use to banner, and this is 1/2 inch by 2 inches, but we're going to banner tip that. This piece is 3/4 inch and 2 1/4 banner tip that. And this designer paper is 3 3/4 by 2. Okay, so that's what we're going to use as far as the paper goes. Now, let me grab my goodies. Now we're going to make this card that says Happiest Holidays. We're going to use the designer paper side. And that saying just seemed more fun. Now we could do Merry Christmas. Maybe we'll try Merry Christmas. How about if we do that? I think it's going to be a little bit bigger, so I'm experimenting. Okay, we're going to use the Merry Christmas instead of the Happiest of Holidays. So let's grab that. And I don't know if you guys realize, I do keep this piece right here. I peel off that paper, and because you turn it over here, I can see all what my stamps, you know, the sayings of my stamps, and I can see if I'm missing one or not. So that's just a little tip for you and how to store your stamps in your case. All right, Merry Christmas. I'm going to need a bigger block here. 1 second. I'm going to use this big block, and this is block I. Okay. We're going to see how this one turns out with the Merry Christmas instead of Happiest Holidays. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to be stamping on this white, and let me just... We're going to need the scrap paper underneath us because I think it's going to go off the edge a little bit. And I want to, you're going to use this piece as a guide because you don't want to go underneath your designer paper. Now, let's just see how this is going to work. I think it might be really, I think the whole reason I didn't use this to begin with was because of how long it was, and I only went with 3/4 of an inch on the white. But let's just take a look. If I don't like it, we can turn the paper over and do Happiest Holidays, right? Hi, Carol. Welcome. All right, so Merry Christmas. The first thing I'm going to do, I actually want this right in the middle here. So I'm going to kind of stamp it right there in the middle. Now I'm going to ink this up again, and I'm going to shift these as I go, okay? So, yeah, we're going to go Merry right here. So it's kind of shifted over. Let's ink that up again. I'm just kind of doing it back and forth because it's a long stamp. Thank you for sharing, Carol. I really, really appreciate that so much. All right, let's do Christmas shifted just a little bit. Okay, and then let's ink it up one more time, and let's get Christmas over here, like that. Oh, there. Well, it might cover it up. You see how I've got Christmas, almost Merry Christmas, and then full Merry Christmas, and then we go off the edge a little bit. That's kind of what I was looking for, kind of the look. So let's, I'm going to clean this off so I don't get my arm in this, because I know I will do that. This is a big stamp, or a big block, and a long stamp. So, okay, I have all that ink off. Now I won't get myself in trouble. I'm going to stick that back in here. I've got my... Okay, let's go ahead and put this together. Now, besides the inside, whatever you'd want to say on the inside, which actually says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, or to you and, to you and yours, and Heartfelt Wishes, probably and a Happy New Year would be cute, or to you and yours. One of those two I will put on the inside at one point. So we're going to go ahead and just put our adhesive on the non-Christmas side of the paper, and that's just going to go right to the very bottom and line that up, and it's cut the same 3 3/4 so that that fits there. And then these two pieces I have here, now I do not have, there is a punch that I don't have that does different size banners, banner tips. I don't have that one. I think it does like small ones, like 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, maybe an inch big, but this little guy right here will also do banners for me. So what you do is you take this in, and I want my banner to have the points out, so I'm going to see what I'm doing here. Just going to go ahead and punch that, and that gives me my banner tip. And then let's go ahead with this one, and let me see. I actually think I need to cut that one off a little bit, but let's go ahead and banner tip this one. And so this one, it doesn't matter what size. You can put any size in here. You just have to get it right where, let me come up here, get it right where you have the point in the middle, and hopefully that is good. And then punch that, and it gives you your banner. So if you have the Tailor Tag punch, I know that one. This one's Tailor Tag, I believe. So what I'm going to do is this one is going to go just on the side right here, and then this one I need it a little bit higher, just like that. So okay, good, I got it figured out. All right, so let's get some adhesive on here. That's going to come over here and leave a little bit of white space. I don't want it to, I'm going to cut the tip off of that a little bit. Okay, and then on this one, I'm going to cut some of the top of this one off. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to measure how far down I want this to be, and I don't want it to come all the way down. I want it to come up a little bit more. Let's see if I can cover up my boo-boo there. You know how that works. Okay, there we go. All right, just like that. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut that, those extras off of here. Now, you don't have to do that on yours, but just so if yours is too long, this is a tip. So when you're creating, you know how to make that work. Okay, so there's what we have. Okay, all right, so this actually gets layered onto the old olive right here. Okay, now the reason that you're getting old olive in your kit is because if you don't want to make a Christmas card, you can turn it over and you can use the stripe and you can make a different card. So gave you that. I chose a paper that would give you that option. All right, so we're not quite done yet. I told you we were going to use this fun real red ruche ribbon and it's ruffled. Lots of R's in there. And so I am going to take this ribbon and come around the back side and just make a little knot. Well, actually I'm going to cut some of it off so I can make a knot. There we go. I usually do leave it on here until I'm ready. So if you're working at home with a whole roll of ribbon, I leave my ribbon on here until I'm ready to cut it off. Unless I'm going to make several projects, and then I do the first one so I know how long it's going to be, and then I just cut all those sizes that I need. But for the most part, leave it on there to measure how much I need, and that way I'm not wasting my ribbon either. So this is just going to get a little knot, and if I can get my fingers working, there we go, and I can adjust this after I get it tied. It will move pretty easy. Once you get it tied, you can slide it around. So we're on our second project if you're just joining, and you will get all of the parts and pieces for your kits. And this is the second card in the kit. Okay, I'm just trying to make this so that, flip it around the way I tied it. Okay, there we go. So, I think I shared this before, but here's a tip if you're watching me for the first time. If you have your tie is loose like that, what you can do is if you have mini glue dots, you can take a mini glue dot, and I'm going to take the pokey end, piercing end of this, take your pick tool, grab that mini glue dot, see that? And I'm going to put this where I want it to be, make sure it's kind of right there. And then I'm going to take this glue dot and put it underneath this ribbon and push that down. And that way, now I don't have this loose ribbon everywhere. Okay? So I am going to try to fix this so that, there we go. I don't want it coming up and covering up my words as much. We're going to use that again. So now I am ready to go ahead and trim my little ruffle down a little bit more. All right, now we are almost done, but not quite, because we've got to add a little bit more red into this project, and I am looking for my fabulous little red gems, and I thought I had them in my little container here with my kit. All right, so we'll dig through my gems here because I had them right here. Here they are. You really get a good value on these red gems, especially with the Christmas and holidays. These are a nice little addition. I'm going to take the gems and we're going to just place them on the white around our area, just to pull in that little extra red, because we have the green happening here. So I think we'll just do that. And that'll just give us that little bit extra red in there. And then the last thing that we have to do is finish putting our card together, and you have a completed card. So let's take our adhesive and just put that on here to the card front. And there you go. This is a fun way to just, oh gosh, what do you want to say? You can, you could do two different designer papers right here if you would like. You could do, I mean, I could have done the stripe there if you wanted. But having both sides of the designer paper is awesome to showcase that, because you know, sometimes I hate covering up one side when they're both so great. Is that ribbon thin enough to mail when you tie a knot? It would be if you tied it more flat. I did it a little bit hard. See, you can see how big it pops up. Probably no higher than a dimensional if you were to flatten it a little bit. I mean, I didn't take the time to do that, but yeah, there you go. So let me show you. This is the Merry Christmas that we did. This one is the Happiest Holidays. And then this one, I just used the word cheers and made a masculine birthday card with the white ribbon, the crinkle ribbon, and our little black stars for a birthday. So there you go. So if you don't want to make it holiday, you can turn it over and you can create something with the green stripes, right? Thank you, Sue. I love it. All right, card number 2. Let's move that over here, and let's get our third project. This project, let me see, which one is the harder one? Okay, yeah. So, gotta clean the space before we can go to the next project. I've got it pretty cluttered up here where I'm working and have my things right next to me. Okay, there's that. And then the next project, let me grab, got a switcheroo here. Okay, so I did see this layout by Deb Henderson, which she had done some world card making stuff, and I loved it, so I thought I would share it with you guys. There is a super cute stamp set. I think the dies are currently on back order, but oh my gosh, I love the stamp set the more I have been using it. It's called Time of Giving, and let me take a peek here and show you that. Again, this one is in the mini catalog back here on page 61. So you've got all of these all occasion different stamps for the holidays, seasonal kind of stamps. But I think the sleeper in all of this are these dies. They create some of the coolest little things, okay? And these leaves, I think I showed these on Thursday, maybe on my Thursday Live. You can go back on Facebook or on YouTube here and look for the Facebook Live on last Thursday and check that out. I think I did. I'm not positive. Anyway, this is a great stamp set. That's what I'm getting at here. It goes well with Christmas paper. It goes very well with the Nature's Garden, Nature's Harvest designer paper, and that's what we're going to use today. So that's our stamp set. So let me put that here. So what I want to show you, first of all, there's a couple things. What I have done, I want to show you this template. It looks like it's really bright here for a second. Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit so you can... Anyway, so what this piece right here is this is a template, okay? So this is just something you can make for yourself. This template is 4 by 5 1/4. What you would do, I'll have your paper cut for you, but if you take this template and let me see, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time here. Maybe you can see that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to try one quick thing here. It went a little bit darker, but maybe you could read it better. I should have used a different thing. But basically, you're going to cut some designer paper. You're going to cut a piece of designer paper, and you're going to cut it to, let me see if I have it here I can show you. Okay? So, so this is your designer paper, except it's one whole solid piece of this. Okay, follow me? You're going to measure down. I'm going to pull this to the side now so you can see what I'm talking about. You're going to have your template or your piece of designer paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to measure from this top on this side down to 1 1/2 and make a tick mark. You're going to measure from the bottom up 2 inches. And then you're going to take this. I'm not going to cut it because this is my template. Let me grab my cutter. But once you've got your tick marks in your designer paper, you are going to take your tick mark and lay it in your groove right here. And you're going to move this tick mark into that groove, lay this down, and then you're going to cut your designer paper. Okay? That's how I got your paper. So see what I'm saying? 2 inches here, there's the little tick mark. 1 1/2 inches down here, tick mark. Turn it like this, and you slice it. I hope that makes sense. Hi, Jan. Glad that you're here. Yeah, you didn't get one. That's crazy. But yes, ma'am, you will get one for sure. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. All right. So here's the designer papers that I chose. So this is my top. So here's that 1 1/2 tick mark, 2 inches tick mark, and then I cut them. Okay. We're going to use these 2 pieces. We're going to use the soft succulent, which is one of the paper designs that the colors that's in the paper pack. On the back of the paper, on this 12 by 12 paper, it tells you the colors to use, and that is one of the colors. Okay? So this is Calypso Coral, and then it's very pale, and I'm trying to think what color would this be. I think it's just a lighter Calypso Coral. I don't see this color really in my, I have my paper like right across from me here, straight across, and in in a stackable tray, and I don't see that there's a light orange like that. So that's what we're using. I have chosen markers for this one. Let me turn this back up. So I've chosen markers, and I've chosen Bumblebee, Soft Succulent, and Calypso Coral. Those are the 3 colors that are in the paper. I have pre-cut circles with the white and the soft succulent. So with your layering circles, you can cut these, and they're close to 1 1/2. So 1 1/2, whatever size you want, really, to put your images on. But these are the sizes that you're going to get, about the 2 1/2 and 2 1/4. Okay? I've chosen the leaves, of course, because it's fall, right? And we're going to use these little polka dots, and then we're going to use the word thankful. And so the first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and try to, when I say try, oh wait, oh never mind. I'm looking for my ink pad, and we're using markers. Okay, yes, Barb. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our brush tip end, and our markers, they have the fine tip end, and then they have the brush tip. Now listen, these are not the same as the blends. These are water-based, and you can use them on your stamps. The Stampin' Blends, which we're going to use one in the next project, are like this, and they've got a brush tip end and a bullet point end, but you cannot use these on your stamps, and they're alcohol based. Okay, just an FYI on that one. All right, so you just take the side of your stamp or your marker, and you're just going to rub that to cover the word completely. Then you're going to take it and huff on it. You're just re-moistening the ink. And then, let me get my head down here. I want to try to get it straight. Stamp that down. Did I do it? Yeah, I did pretty good. All right, so the word thankful there. Just like that. There we go. Sorry, I had to move that a little bit, it seemed like. Let's just take this, and we are going to make another angle on this side. Because this is going to go across our circles. I'm just doing that stamping first. I'm going to cut that pretty tight there. So let's put that here. Let's put it over here so I don't get ink on it or something crazy. All right. Next, let's do some stamping of our leaves. Now these are really nice because they're set apart pretty well so that you can use little ink spots or you can use the markers. So I'm going to go ahead, let's go with Bumblebee, and I think I'm going to do my large leaf in the Bumblebee. And again, you just take the brush tip end and you're just going to lay it sideways and then just color your image. And the green will be this one here, this other larger one, and you can see it's inked up there. And then the last one's going to be the Calypso Coral, and that's going to be the smaller leaf here. All right. And then this is going to stamp on the circle. So I'm going to take it again and just huff it to re-moisten the leaves. And then that gets stamped right onto the circle. Just like that. Now you have pretty fall leaves on your paper, your circle. That is actually just going to get mounted right onto the soft succulent circle. Just like that. Oh, I kind of pushed it down. There we go. Alright, just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could take, if you have the Wink of Stella, you could take your Wink of Stella and just rub that around so you have some pretty sparkly leaves. So I just thought, yep, I need some sparkly leaves. We all need some sparkle, right? Just like that. And then the next thing we're going to do is grab my scrap paper here somewhere. Oh, I threw it over here on the side. We're going to take these speckles right here, and I am going to take the Bumblebee, and I'm just going to run that across these little dots. Okay. It's hard to see if they're inked up, but they are. And I am going to just make some stamps until there's no ink left. See if I can stamp. I want another one over there, so I'm going to ink up a couple and stamp over here. Alright, all that, it just gives a little extra on there. That seems like it must be my light, why I can't show, yeah. It must be the light, the way I have the light angled coming towards the project. Because I'm thinking, why is this showing so crazy bright like that? Super easy. We're going to use this gold ribbon again, you guys. We're going to use this again. And we are going to use tear tape in this project. So let me just backtrack, making sure you saw what the sizes were. I mean, it'll be all in the tutorial if you order. But you're going to need 2 different pieces of designer paper, and they need to be 4 by 5 1/4, and then you're going to lay them down together and slice it once you've got your tick mark. So there's my 2 pieces I have. And then 2 1/2 and 2 1/4 are your pieces here. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. All right, let's put our pieces together here. And this, I'm going to try this with some other designs of paper, but this would be a great Christmas card. You could use the snowflakes and the season's greetings, or the Merry Christmas that's in here. Okay, so there's that. And then let's take this piece, and I want the Calypso Coral showing because that's the colors of the leaves that we had. And I'm just going to take this and butt this right up against where the other one, make sure I've got, yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, just like that. Okay, now here's the thing. You're going to take your tear tape, and it's tear tape because we're going to take it and we're just going to lay it down right where the seam is, where we added these pieces together. and then you can cut it, or you can just take your finger and tear it right off like that. And the trick with this, you guys, is making sure that this is burnished down into your paper. So you'll need some tear tape to do this project at home, just so you're aware. Looking for my take your pick tool. Where did I put it? Here it is, hiding on me. And I use this because you can get this right underneath here to get that paper, get it started, and peel that off, okay? All right, then you're going to take your ribbon and cut an angle on it if you want to at first. But you want to make sure that that ribbon, I'm going to have to cut it, so I'm going to take it here. But make sure that your ribbon is going on right where your sticky stuff is at, so that you don't have sticky hanging out outside of the ribbon, just like that. Okay? And this goes so perfect with this. So let's grab these scissors and cut this off right here. So you'll want to make sure you have some good sharp scissors there, and then I got to trim this off over here a little bit, just like that. Beautiful. And there we are. This is a pretty simple card, but I thought this was a really cool idea with the two papers in that trick, so I wanted to share that in this virtual class. Again, if you're just joining me, make sure to go back and watch the replay. And I see a few more of you jumped on. Hi, Shar. Check everything out. We are ready to put this down, and I'm going to take my dimensionals, my large ones, and take about 3 of those and just lay them down like that. And then we're going to put our thankful. I'm going to put this so that my orange is kind of up here because I got so much orange down here. Let's do this like that. And then my thankful, that's going to go with some dimensionals also. And I'm going to use my mini dimensionals for that. Put 3 of those down. Gosh, I like having the minis and the larges. And that thankful is just going to go right in the middle here on my leaves. Like that. And there's your card. Okay? Now, of course you could add gems if you wanted to, but this just looks really great like it is. You can add them if you have them and you want to, or you can leave them like that. There you go. Now, let me show you this. So, here's my sample. See how I used the designer paper? You've got this piece, and this is the bottom. Then this is the bottom, this is the top. But there you are. How do you like that one? That's card number 3. All right, let's go on to card number 4. And let's see here. I'm going to clean these off real quick. Now, I'm going to use a product that I have not used yet, you guys, and I am hoping that this will inspire you to consider getting this specific specialty paper and see the different ways that you can use it, all right? So, this paper is, I'm going to grab what I need here. Oh, way over here. Okay. What set are we using? Okay, we're going to use a set out of the annual catalog. A few things. So this is the like I said, this is the harder card. I usually try to do the easier ones, then move to the harder ones. 3 for 3, great. Thank you so much. All right, so this card, we are going to be using the stamp set called, I'm going to grab it here in my pile. Okay, all squared away. We're going to be using the dies from this one, and let me see if this is it right here. So many fun things. I actually have a class planned for this set. So page 117, and then here are some ways that you can use some simple to stepped up in the catalog. But these dies, let me show them to you. They are super cool, and I have already pre-cut. So I took a piece this size right here. Let me do this. Okay, I took a piece this size. Then I laid my square dies down in each one. You've got 4 dies. And then so you get 4 pieces. And if you do them correctly, you will have an awesome background, or a layer that you can, I'm going to turn these over, you can take and see how you can stamp those squares inside of this piece. So I haven't done that yet. It's one of the cards I'm going to make, so I'm saving that. But yes, so here's 2 more of the designs that you can cut. But yes, watch for more on this stamp set for sure. All right, now I mentioned that this is some paper that I have not used until now, and this is our, sorry, bouncing around there, ombre specialty paper, and it is shimmer. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? So this one is kind of like Poppy Parade going into Blushing Bride. This one is like the Gorgeous Grape going into the Highland Heather and then Fresh Freesia. Then you have this beautiful orange, yellow that's like Crushed Curry to Bumblebee to Daffodil, all the way down to So Saffron. And then last, you have this blue. Look at that blue. It's so rich. So it is, you know, the really dark, like a navy to Pacific, all the way down to like the balmy blue. It's amazing, you guys. But these are the shimmer. It's called the ombre specialty paper, but it's all beautiful shimmery. Okay. So this first time I used it, so I wanted to give you a sneak peek of how they all look kind of in person, right here. So here is the fun card we're going to do. Isn't that cute? I have used the checks. There's dots and checks embossing folder, so I've used the checks. Your pieces will be embossed like that you receive. We're going to use the Memento Black ink, and then we are going to use the thick basic white, and then here's the other pieces. You will also have a piece of basic black 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to have a piece of white that is 3 3/4 by 5. You will have a die cut piece already, and this is important. Yours will already have adhesive sticky paper on the back. So all you're going to do is take yours and peel that backing off. Mine, I did not do it. I didn't put adhesive paper on there when I cut these out. But all you'll have to do is peel that white piece off, and you're going to have sticky to put it onto your shimmer paper. I'm just going to use glue, the white tip glue. And then again, this is your embossed piece. I don't know. Yeah, there you can see it embossed. It really does make a difference instead of just plain flat black on your card. So 5 1/2 by 1. And then you're also going to have 3 flowers that will coordinate with the shimmer paper that you get in your kit. Okay. So depending on how many kits I have sold, you might have one of the other colors, or you might have this color, okay? But you're also going to get 3 of the little flowers that are one of the dies in this set, which is super duper. All right, here we go. This is already folded in half. What we're going to do is we're going to lay this down onto this piece right here. Well, let's go ahead, first of all, we're going to go ahead and adhere this onto the black layer, and you've got 1/4 inch around on this one. Got a little fray there. So 1/4 of an inch around here. Now listen, you guys come back on Thursday and check out what I have for you on Thursday. I try to do more little techniques on my Thursday lives. And then this live is just like the once a month because it's the virtual class. All right, so this is going to go at an angle right here. So I am going to go ahead and put down my adhesive. And this is actually going to be cut. You want to put it at an angle. That's what's going to give it some interest, right? So let's do that. Okay. And then we're just going to cut off these edges so that they don't hang over the side. I tried not to get my sticky too far off the edge, but I did. So let's clip that off and clip this off. That one's stuck there. But it will be long, so you will have to clip it. I want to make sure you have enough to angle it as much as you would like. Okay, so there's that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our saying. Now, the saying I've chosen is happiest of birthdays to you. There's that, and I have it here somewhere. I know I just saw it. It's on the block. Fell over here. Okay, Memento Black. Ink that up. Happiest of birthdays. And again, this is just going to go right, kind of at an angle right there. Okay, because it's going to coordinate with the angle of your specialty square. All right, so there is that. So I said I was going to use my glue. Now, you can take your mat, you could use your, all kinds of different ways. I'm just going to take the glue and hold it like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and just get some glue going on. And again, you don't need a lot, so you don't even hardly have to squeeze, depending on how, what do I want to say, how full your Tombow. See how much glue is there? I'm not like putting tons. Just kind of enough that I can see it all around. Okay? And this is going to go onto your specialty paper. And I want my darker side to the left. You can do it however you would like. But that should fit right on. Now, if you need to trim it a little bit, I try my best to get it the right size, but you might need to trim it a sliver. But it will be die cut for you. There you go. And I do have some around the edge, so I got to get that off for it to look completely the way I want it to. Yeah, so just a sliver. So, yep, there we go. This is going to get popped up, actually. It's still hanging over the edge, and it's going to show on that card if I don't trim that off. There we go. All right, so let's grab some dimensionals. We're going to pop this up. We're almost done. So what's the hardest part about this card? Maybe when taking your adhesive backing off when you get yours and, laying it onto here. So, but yeah, you'll have an easy job when you get yours. So this is just, this is just going to go right over here. And again, you want to make sure you've got a little off of this side and a little off of that side. Just like that. Very pretty. Then you can take mini glue dots. I'm going to take this guy. I think I'm going to put, maybe I'll put one little flower here. Let's put one flower right here, and let's put one flower right there, because I've got the 3 flowers. So we're going to just glue that down. Oh, no, I didn't hold it long enough. There, it came up with my finger. All right, there. And then let's do this one. Oh, stuck my finger right in that. Okay, so just added those little sparkly flowers on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some of those oval rounds, and let's just go ahead and add those on here also, in addition to. I'm not going to put them on top of the flower because it's going to I think it will, I mean, you could put it on this one. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to put one here, right in the center of that flower. And then I'm just going to, what do I want to do here? I think I'll put one right there. And then one more, maybe right up here, there. Not sure where. Oh, I rhymed. How about that? Anyway, maybe just two even. You only needed two. But anyway, just to add something extra in there. And then, to give it one more little oomph, could you show us how this adhesive sheet works? Maybe on Thursday, Diana. I don't have one ready right now to show you, but I can show you Thursday if you want to come back on Thursday, on my Thursday Live. Sorry about that. I just don't have everything right here. And I'm already at the hour mark, so I don't want to keep you any longer than I have to. But yes, I will show you that. So thank you for mentioning. One last little thing I'm going to do is, to give it that little last oomph, is I'm going to take the blend. This is the dark Calypso Coral, and I've showed you this before, but I'm going to take this and I'm just going to do a little bit of splats to bring out a little more of that orange. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Okay, and it just gives that little extra on there, just like that. And then, since I have this out, I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card, for my card base, on my card base. And that would be your fourth card in your card kit when you purchase the $30 from me. Like I said, you'll have all the parts and pieces. You will have to have your own stamps and your own inks. But you'll have everything else to create. So, there's card number 4. Nice. I love it. Here is the first one I did. See, it's a different flower. So everybody might not have exactly the same flower. But see, this is a little bit darker too in the ombre than this one. And you might not be able to tell it much on the camera here. There you go. You can tell better like that. And see, I put the one here. Okay, so there's that one. Our second card was the card 4, card 3. I don't know if I can get them all in here or not. Those. And then card 2 was, this is if you don't want to make a Christmas card. Cheers could be for birthday. And there's the little black stars, okay? Idea. And then this is what we actually stamped. We stamped the Merry Christmas, and then here is the Happiest Holidays that I had pre-done. So there's that. And the very first card we did was this fun fold that I learned from, this was the sample. Here's the card that we did. This was the sample I done. I learned this from Leanne Greff. But I've done this layout a few times. Sending healing thoughts your way is the set I used and stamped on the inside, showing you that. And that is our number 1 card. So, let me know if you have any questions. I thank you all for sticking with me. If you're just joining, pop back at the beginning, watch all of the different cards. Hopefully you'll be able to make some of them, and you will enjoy the different little techniques that there are. I'm going to turn you back up this way. And just remind you that, use this host code right here if you would, please. This is good through October 22nd, through the 22nd. So don't forget that. I also have some other classes coming up that you guys should check out. Had to share because they are such pretty cards. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate that. Thank you all. You guys are so wonderful in your comments, and I'm so encouraged. I'm encouraged, okay? I wish I could meet you all personally, but we'll have to do with the internet for now, right? So, have a blessed evening, rest of your week. Join me Thursday, 7 p.m. right here. I'll be back. and we'll be looking at lots of different things. I saw another technique with the pastels that I want to try. Just some other fun things. And the new stamp set, oh my gosh, I'm hoping that I'll be able to do one card with that Eden's Garden. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye now.